Hi, welcome to HeKate's Crossing. Okay, I wanted to look at this, my circle of friends and decks and things like that, sort of just having a bit of a look-see at some of those videos that have been going around for some time and sort of looks like it's been revised a little bit. It was originally from the Hermit's Cave, of course, Simon from the Hermit's Cave. Always does some great tags. So anyway, I wanted to, as this has been revised and I've seen some of the sort of the updates from people, I want to sort of go through and have a little bit of a think about this. And this was really hard because I find some of the decks change with time. Maybe some of them sort of overlap some of these in some way. I actually find some of the decks can be quite strong. So I'm looking at Musings from Mascha, actually, was what sort of really got me thinking, oh, I wouldn't mind doing this tag. So let's have a look at the tags, the categories that she had done. So I really wanted to start with the brutally honest confidant. Okay, to me, the brutally honest confidant at this time for me has been, while I've been diving deep into it, I've actually felt the primordial tarot has really been the strong, just honest in its readings. Just absolutely amazing. Now I know I had them separated in regards to that's funny. This is I'm sort of shuffling and sort of creating a bit of a thing. What comes through? Yeah, the shaman. That's interesting, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, totally honest and definitely a confidant, brutally honest confidant. Very straight to the point about itself. So I'm not really going to go into detail about it because I didn't really, just wanted to show you some of the cards as I went through it. And I just find the messages are so raw and I really have found them to be quite distinct, if you like, when I've worked with this deck and sort of wanted to dive into it a little bit deeper. And as I've studied it over the months, I have really found that this deck is definitely my brutally honest confidant. So that's deck number one. Okay, number two is wise mentor and spiritual advisor. And for me, I've really felt that the Mother Peace Tarot has done that for me when I've worked with it. When I've wanted that message that seems to give me some advice or it seems important, it just seems to bring there, it just seems the Mother Peace, I know this is the mini. So I think this has been a real special deck in that way, that wise mentor and spiritual advisor. Okay, something that's the polar opposite to all of that for me has been the Angel Tarot by Radley Valentine. I feel like even though when I'm doing a reading for others it can be quite brutal, but for me when I'm doing a reading for myself I find this quite gentle, if you like. I feel like it's quite a I mean honest, but it comes in at a more gentle way. Okay, so let's look at the funny cheeky friend. And I feel for me this is really the New Zealand Naturally Tarot. Now this is a game crafter deck. I think the animals and things give it a real sort of a cheeky look to it. Some of their facial expressions and what they're doing. It just seems really sort of cheeky and playful in many ways. Even though there's the odd card that seems a little bit darker, but overall I find this deck gives me that sort of funny, cheeky friend aspect. Okay, a deck that seems to be a country-loving friend or an eco-friendly friend, to me, is the Silver Witchcraft Tarot. Just has this real nature-based energy about it for me. I don't know, it just gives me that sort of being in mind with nature, thinking about, you know, being aware of the environment. I find that so. Okay. Silver Witchcraft Tarot. Okay, the instant connection. The deck I had the instant connection with was the Starman Tarot. Absolutely love this deck. Just had an as soon as I opened it, there was just this instant connection with it. Okay, this popular one varies, and it's not just about what everybody else will think is popular. This is what I feel drawn to use quite a lot when I'm just going to do a reading. Just one quick guidance for myself. There's actually two here that I find myself that's quite popular. This one here, the Field Tarot. I seem to be drawn quite a lot to using this deck for myself, just doing a quick flick. Just want a quick shuffle, nothing too major, not too deep. Just I find I can do really quick messages with this. So I find that really popular with me at the moment. I just seem to sort of get drawn to having a shuffle, having a play. So I think that's really important. I think what I find easy is because of the keywords at the bottom. It just gives me that quick message. I don't have to think too much about it. So I find that really quite good. I find that is a real, my popular deck at the moment, the one that I feel drawn to use quite a lot. Okay, my best friend, tarot deck that seems to be, always be the Native American Tarot. It's the one that I've had the longest, or the one that I've used all the time. For a long time, I used it a lot in readings for people. I really feel this is the deck that's definitely my BFF. We've been together a long, long time. So yeah, that's my Circle of Friends video. So really quick, really short, didn't want to go into too much detail about each deck, but you can sort of see the variety of artwork. They're all quite different, quite unique. Now I did want to share, like I said, some of these decks can sort of cross over into some of these different ones. So I think for me, like the Spanish Tarot or a Tarot de Marseille type deck can be that real just quick, honest messages, like the Spanish Tarot here. I think it can be really brutally honest, but it's also a deck that I sort of connected with quite well, quite quickly. So that's interesting. And the other one I want to share with you at the moment is the, again, we've got this brutally honest but yet wise mentor, spiritual advisor. And even maybe a sense of country loving friend, eco-friendly, is the Hoodoo Tarot. I think it sort of covers many of those aspects. So yeah, and a lot of the other decks that I have do fall into these categories on some level. So it just gives you a variety of decks that I sort of feel look into that sort of aspect and the way that they deliver their messages to me, the way I might feel, you know, whether I want something that's going to be just straight to the point and to, you know, to it, or whether I want something a bit more advisory, or do I want something that's a bit more gentle in its approach, or something a bit more fun. You know, do I want something more eco-friendly, country loving, something that I was very instant connection with, something that inspires us. Popular deck, or one that I find myself drawn to regularly, or my BFF. Yeah, so that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links below, check the links on my channel, like, subscribe and ring that bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care, blessed be.